watching afternoon repeats and the permeates in the country.
Oh, who was that with the ball there, Dave?
Ball.
He looks familiar.
Yeah, oh, I think we've got the Bongo Man. The Bongo Man is the gentleman on the right here with the ball in the jeans. Yes. His job is to play the bongos. Bong, he goes. Bong, he goes. Now, for the first few weeks,
He
we were
actually
hoping
had proper bongos.
he had proper bongos, and we were hoping that that's what it would be. Bong, and he goes. But he didn't.
And then the mystery was solved of Dougie's missing drum.
Indeed, Dougie's missing drum, and actually what he did to win the crowd over, which I thought was probably one of the braver and most impressive moves of his whole Newcastle Eagles career, was to move his drum to Dougie's side. He immediately is filtered in with the crowd. He moved in. The synergy in the building was astonishing and amazing. It was something that almost the whole organisation, other than a certain point guard who pissed off to Everton, understood and took on board. And no doubt, it's no coincidence that since Bongo Boy moved from there to next to Dougie over there, the Eagles are undefeated. Towards the most important part of the floor, which is obviously where I sit. The most relevant point to make here. Oh, hang on a minute. We have an interloper. Now, just for you know, that's Andrew Bridge. He's the Eagles captain. He was on the Tyne Tees News last night as part of a feature on the Eagles training at the AIS at Gateshead Stadium. They were all doing their little exercises, and Bridgie was featured on more than one occasion, looking like he was doing something. What you couldn't see,
sausage rolls?
what unfortunately you couldn't see was, whilst he was doing his star jumps with his weight, or at least with his metal bar, when he brought the bar down, it didn't have any weights on. He's a charlatan. He's a fraud. Talking of which, we're going to move on to the advertising boards, a very important part. Now, this year, the advertising boards have been colour coordinated with the mood in the building. Top corner, we have Northern Rocking Lights. You may want to think again about that one, fellas. Well, that corner, again, Northern Rock in Lights. Never knowingly over-promoted, just maxed out on mortgages. Sponsors. There are some excellent sponsors for the Eagles, and each of the sponsors generally takes on a player. Now, Your Homes in Newcastle, for instance, who's going to be? They all got a house, so they don't have a specific player. But moving on to Starlight Limos. Now, which one of the Newcastle Eagles circa 2007-2008 team would be least appropriately sponsored by an automobile company? He's bald, slightly ginger, 6'6", slightly injured, and disqualified from driving. Jeremy Hyatt.
I'll take issue with that.
I beg your pardon?
Are you sure he's slightly ginger?
Possibly. Well, there's not much to check from. But everything else. But he's sponsored by Starlight Limo. You couldn't make it up, as Richard somebody once said.
Is it true that Bridge is sponsored by Greggs, the bakers?
Well, Siobhan was last year apparently. I think he's always been a bit pasty-faced. That's just changed to pasty-faced. You know, no spelling differences, but that's the way the Eagles' money-making match night experience is, of course, at the foyer. We have the advantage over teams like Leicester, who really don't have a foyer, they just have a gap. And as such, Paul Blake, the money-making machine that he is, puts a number of different schemes into operation in order to maximise revenue. Revenue streams are the key. Now we're moving here towards the most important part, run by the most indefatigable member of the Eagles staff. An individual never, ever knowingly not doing something to do with basketball. You name it.
He's never knowingly undersold, is he?
He's never knowingly undersold, and if he's not doing something for the Eagles, he's telling us about what he's doing for the Eagles.
I think he's got 2 shirts left by that gesture.
Yes, we've still got the Northern Rock gift bags out. Again, optimistic stuff. But overall, this is the Eagles shop. Now, to put Jeff into perspective, last year, I obtained a nephew. Well, I didn't do much to get it, but I obtained a nephew. within.
Sound like you bought it in the pub.
Well, there you go. Maybe he did. I don't know where he came from. I don't understand that type of biology stuff. But within 2 weeks of the birth of the aforesaid child, Jeffrey Pointy, the master here, had not only sourced and priced, but had obtained an Eagles baby grow. That's genius. Branded it. It started off a new marketing line all of his own. That's between doing the 100,000 other things he does and writing the most elongated, wordy reports for both the Chronicle, the programme, the Journal, and anybody else who is interested in listening.
Isn't it true that the BBL are in financial difficulties because of the airbrushing that was spent on his picture on the BBL website?
Well, it's possible, but also the amount of paper they have to provide him with to churn out the amount of material that he does. Well, hang on, he's doing a deal. Let's move in. This is bartering. He's trying to be reasonable, but behind that facade is a hard interior. No deals here. Blakey gets his cash. I'm going to have to attach for that, and there's also a bit of wind coming from the fact that they keep opening those bloody doors, so I'm going to be careful with that as well. But overall, I have to say, I fancy my chances. To be fair, there's not been much in the way of talent been going on so far. No one's looked like making a shot. These 9-year-olds just aren't up to it, so they need a little bit of a lesson. I'm moving in. I think my pound's about to be accepted. It's all in the wrist.
What about shooting free throws or?
Stop it. Short. Again, the wind got me. But never mind. I'm happy that the whole aim of the exercise has been accomplished. Another pound in Blakey's pocket. Another pound in the Richard Midgley replacement fund. That's fine by me. Let's move on. Programme, £2.50, get one here.
This is not the programme area, this is supporters.
Beg your pardon, supporters club area. Not many supporters around it. Don't see many clubs. Let's move on to the healthy bites that the Eagles promote in their weekly road shows around the local schools, which is Hoops for Health. Refreshments, I see it over there. What type of beautifully coiffured fish, low-fat salad, veg dishes going to be thrown up by the arena? Hog roast, chicken chips. You don't even get the and. This truly is difference making in nutrition. You can see that this is the type of thing that Jamie Oliver would approve of. The hog is being roasted as we speak. To the young lads here, and to establish what the rules are in relation to the half-court shot competition, which is being debuted, or debuted as I used to...
It's called the what?
The Golden Shot.
Well, it was called the money shot, but they changed that.
Yeah, because there's no way you're getting any money on, believe me. I bet they'll be shooting with an oversized ball. Yeah.
Straight over his head.
Anyway, maybe we can get some assistance about this newfangled competition from one of the Eagles Academy players.
Are you not going to fill in the slip tape?
Well, I think it would be seen as a bit of a fix if I won it. But I suppose I can't make a foul shot. I may as well try and make a half-court shot. Part of the contestant's body or clothing made contact across the halfway line prior to releasing the ball. But after releasing the ball, you're all right. Now, let's think. If we could set up a trampoline just that side of the halfway line, then vault 60 feet across the court and drop it in. Basketball terms, that'd be a legitimate shot. Would it count? No turnaround.
Suddenly,